Hello, I'm Coach Phil Rogers, sometimes called the Turn Doctor. However, my real life's work has been as a television director and cameraman. And whenever possible, I try to provide underwater video to the swimmers so that they can see what they're doing and then they can make the corrections. The objective of videos is not for you, the coach, to tell the kids what they're doing, but for the swimmers to see and be able to make the corrections themselves. This video segment is about affordable consumer level cameras, meaning a top cost of about $500. And I don't need a swim pool to evaluate cameras, so this was shot in my editing room. 4 units were tested. First, and strictly for comparative purposes, is my older CoolPix A100. A trusty workhorse, it has been outmoded. The upsides are good battery life, great record capacity on the chip. You use a card reader or a USB cable to port video to an editor. Large screen to frame, easy to use menus that allow adjustments for color, temperature, and light levels. As noted, the A100 has been superseded, but gives a point of reference for evaluations. Described as a point and shoot, the principal downside of it, and others like it, is that it has to be held with one hand while you try and frame the swimmer and manipulate underwater with the other. Be inventive. Have your shop or physics lab guys make something for you. I was able to repurpose an old shotgun mic grip into something that I can use for my underwater cameras. It doesn't float. By the way, is that almost every camera in the world, except the GoPros, except these, a standard 1/4 by 20 thread stud. Get a couple of them. They tend to get lost. The second unit tested was a borrowed Sony X300. Unfortunately, I had to return it before shooting the video, so no pictures are available. Sony makes top-of-the-line products. The caveat would be that at any performance level, Sony's will be more expensive than competing products. However, it is a point and shoot. You have to hold it up to your eye while trying to maneuver underwater so you can see the image. There are better options. For underwater use, GoPro sells this grip, and it floats. However, you still have to hold it with one hand and maneuver with the other. So, a bar was attached to my kayak bike helmet. Add some Velcro. Put the connectors on an adjustable bar, more Velcro, which is a great invention, and the camera can be spaced just right for your focal length, leaving hands free. Astute people will notice the camera is upside down, but a dynamite GoPro feature is that it will flip the picture right side up, allowing you to frame the swimmers correctly. Alas, the downsides of this particular unit are serious. The 5 is waterproof, but it forms condensation inside if there are temperature differences. You do remember high school chemistry class and how hydrogen and oxygen atoms form water molecules? Apparently some engineers at GoPro didn't. Second, the recommended chip did not format correctly, so a different chip with a lot less capacity had to be installed, meaning you can't shoot long segments. Swapping that tiny chip is really a pain, especially if working outdoors, and or if you have to port the video data via USB to a PC editor. Third, the battery life is very short if recording in HD levels. Advice? Wait for a better product and test it before you buy. final camera tested is Nikon's CoolPix AW300. I just went out and purchased one. It records in several HD levels. It has easy to use menus and controls, a nicely sized rear view monitor. Best of all, it has an optical zoom instead of a digital zoom, which means if you try to get a closer shot, you see more detail. If you're going to buy a point and shoot camera, give this one serious consideration. However, there are two other cameras that I was not able to test. One is Sea Life. Basically, that's a Sony in an underwater housing. You can get it at any dive shop, and it's probably going to be a pretty good product, but typical of Sony, about 25% more expensive. The last one is an Olympus makes a clone of the AW300. It has a couple more features that are pretty nice, but none that are germane to this particular application. So, get off the deck, get underwater, show your swimmers what they're doing wrong, and good luck.